With this treaty, New Paradigm in Physics, his author responds to concerns of youth on a subject, the rotation of the bodies. The work is constituted by 2 volumes, and it describes the research project carried out by its author, Gabriel Barceló Rico Abello, with the scientific group Advanced Dynamics in Rotational Mechanics, and specifically in the development of a theory of dynamic interactions, which represents a great advance in physics and in the conception of our universe. By observing the universe, we are amazed by its harmony, its balance, and its dynamics. Although there is no historical approach in mechanical laws about a mathematical expression that defines a correlation between orbiting and intrinsic rotation. The observable fact is that in the universe, every celestial body that orbits also has an intrinsic turn. The aporia, or contradiction, can be proposed that there could be such a physical mathematical relationship between both movements which are observed with simultaneity. If there were a physical correlation between the 2 phenomena, orbit and rotation, the laws of dynamics accepted to date to determine the behavior of the bodies at turn would be insufficient to accurately describe the true physical reality of the movements of rotation of bodies. Also, before the signs of a flat and rotating universe, as indicated by the observable star structure, our own solar system, its Kuiper rings, its asteroid belt, Saturn's own rings, or the star system recently named Cervantes, with its planets Dulcinea, Rocinante, Quixote, and Sancho, all of them in the same flat plane. Their objectives were analysis of non-inertial systems, research on field theory, study the behavior of rigid, solid bodies subject to simultaneous non-coaxial rotations, study the inertial reactions of the mass before multiple non-coaxial rotations, and the gyroscopic moment. With all these questions, that is to say, Gabriel Barceló began an exhaustive historical study of the classic rotational dynamics to know the historical evolution of this scientific thought and to interpret its antecedents. He could prove how certain studies initiated in the 19th century had been forgotten later, and then he wrote in 2006 a compendium with all the studies carried out. The Flight of the Boomerang, where the different works are analyzed, published throughout the history of physics that refers to bodies in rotation, especially the behavior of objects subject to multiple rotations, such as the upper part, the boomerang, the hoop, and others, whose peculiarly behavior has traditionally been considered as paradoxical and intriguing to the human mind. The conclusions that this work exposes modify criteria of orthodox rational dynamics. With the application of field theory to the dynamic magnitude circumscribed to the body under study, a new conception of the coupling of these magnitudes was obtained, and the behavior of rigid solid bodies subject to multiple simultaneous non-coaxial rotation, it was warned that inhomogeneous fields were generated. The treaty develops these studies on bodies accelerated by rotation, proposing a new dynamic with unprecedented and surprising deductions.